Hi students, how are you all? You all are fine? Okay, I am also fine, thank you. How is your studies going on? Good? Okay, very good. So as you all know, today we are going to start a new chapter. But before that, if I ask you, suppose you roll down a ball from the slope, then after some time what will happen? The ball will stop. Or if you are cycling, then suddenly you stop pedaling the cycle. Then what will happen? The cycle will stop after some time. So in both the cases, there is something which tries to stop the motion. In the first case, there is something which tries to stop the motion of the ball. And in the second case, there is something which tries to stop the motion of the cycle. And that is friction. So the chapter which we are going to start today is friction. So who is going to tell me what is friction? Yes, very good. Friction is a force that opposes the motion. So what is friction? Tell me. Friction, force that opposes the motion, that is friction. I think you all know what is motion. What do you mean by motion? That is movement. Whenever any object tries to move, the friction will try to stop the movement of that object. For example, if you try to move a toy car, you all have seen the toy car. If you try to move that toy car, you will apply some force. At the same time, there is one more force that is acting in the opposite direction, and that force is force of friction, and it will try to stop the motion of that toy car. Suppose you look here, this is the toy car. See, this is the toy car, okay? And you apply the force and the toy car starts moving in this direction. This is the motion of toy car, okay? The toy car is moving in this direction. At the same time, there is one more force, that is the force of friction, which is acting in the opposite direction. See, it is acting in the opposite direction, and it will try to stop the motion of this toy car. And when this force of friction is greater than the force which you have applied, at that time the toy car will stop. So what is friction? It is a force that opposes the motion of an object. I have given you the example. When you try to move the toy car, at the same time there is one more force, that is the force of friction, which will try to stop the motion of the toy car. And when this force of friction is greater, at that time the toy car will stop. So that is friction. I hope you understood what is friction. So now I think you all have understood what is friction, and I have also given you the example. But always remember that friction is a type of contact force. Friction is a type of contact force. And I think that you all know what is contact force. You all have studied the contact force in the previous chapter, that is force. In the chapter force, you have studied about contact force. What is contact force? Tell me. Yes, contact force is a force which acts between two objects when they are physically touching each other. What is contact force? It is a force which acts between two objects when these two objects are in physically touch with each other. Okay, so friction is a type of contact force. Until and unless two objects are not in contact with each other, the friction will not arise. When the two surfaces are in contact with each other, then only friction will occur. Suppose you look here, suppose this is the surface of the table. Okay, this is the surface of the table. and this is a ball. Okay, and you want to move this ball. You want to move this ball. So what will you do? You will apply some force. Okay, then the ball starts moving. Okay, the ball will start moving. This is the motion of ball. And suppose that the ball reaches here. Okay, the ball reaches here, and where will be that? What will be the direction of the friction? Friction will act in the opposite direction. I have already told you. Okay, so this is the direction of the friction. So it will try to stop the motion of the ball. But actually, where the friction is acting? Friction is acting somewhere here between the surface of the table and the surface of the ball. So always remember that friction is a type of contact force. Until and unless these two surfaces are not in contact with each other, friction will not occur. Okay, understood? Okay, so always remember that friction is a type of contact force. Okay. Now let us discuss what are the causes of friction. What are the causes of friction? Okay. What are the causes of friction? So the causes of frictions are the irregularities between the two surfaces in contact. What are the causes of friction? The irregularities between the two surfaces in contact. Suppose you look here. Suppose this is one surface, okay, and one object is there. This is object, okay. So where the friction is acting? I have already told you. It is somewhere here between the two surfaces. Okay, so if you see, you might be thinking these surfaces are plane surfaces, there are no irregularities, but actually when you see these surfaces through the microscope, you will find these surfaces like this. See here, like this, okay, you will find the surfaces like this. Okay, when you see these surfaces through the microscope, you will find the surfaces like this. These surfaces are not plane surfaces. So due to these irregularities, it causes interlocking like this. And this causes friction. So what is the cause of friction? Can you tell? Yes, the irregularities between the two surfaces in contact causes friction. Understood? Because these irregularities causes interlocking between the two surfaces, and it becomes very difficult for the objects to move. Okay, so this is the cause of friction, the irregularities between the two surfaces. Okay, so now we have discussed the cause of friction. Now let us discuss what are the factors which affect the friction. Factors affecting friction. Okay, factors affecting friction. Mainly there are two factors which affect the friction. We will discuss both these factors one by one. First of all, we will discuss the first factor. What is the first factor that affects the friction? The first factor that affects the friction is smoothness of the surfaces in contact. What is the first factor? Smoothness of the surfaces in contact. Smoothness of the surfaces in contact. This is the first factor. As I have told you, the irregularities between the two surfaces in contact causes the friction. So if I ask you, in which case the friction will be more? When the surface is rough or when the surface is smooth? Tell me. Yes, obviously. When the surface is rough, the friction will be more because there will be more irregularities. But when the surface is smooth, the friction will be less. If you do not believe me, I can give you an example. Look here. Suppose this is the smooth road. Okay? This is a smooth road. Okay? This is a smooth road. And you want to drive the car on this road. You want to drive the car on this road. And in the second case, this is the rough road. Rough road. Rough road means there are so many stones, rocks and uneven ups and downs. This is the rough road. Rough road. Okay? And you also want to drive the car on this rough road. You want to drive the car on this rough road. So in this case, when the road is rough, you have to apply more force. Why? Because there is more friction due to these stones, rocks and uneven ups and downs. There is more friction. So you have to apply more force. But in this case, when the road is smooth, you can easily drive the car. You do not have to apply much force because there is less friction. So from this example, you can clearly say that as the smoothness of the surfaces in contact increases, the friction decreases. And when the roughness of the surfaces in contact increases, friction also increases. So this is the first factor which affects the friction, that is the smoothness of the surfaces in contact. Understood? What is the first factor that affects the friction? Yes, smoothness of the surfaces in contact. Understood? Now let us discuss what is the second factor that affects the friction. So the second factor that affects the friction is the force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. What is the second factor? The second factor that affects the friction is the force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. Okay, so this is the second factor which affects the friction, force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. I will explain you this factor with the help of one simple example. Suppose if I ask you to drag a mat, you all know mat? Yes. If I ask you to drag that mat and no one is sitting on the mat, okay, no one is sitting on the mat and I ask you to drag that mat. But in the second case, I ask you to drag the mat, but this time a person is sitting on the mat. In the first case, no one is sitting on the mat, but in the second case, a person is sitting on the mat. And in both the cases, I ask you to drag the mat. So in which case you will find more difficulty to drag the mat? Tell me. Yes, in the second case, when the person is sitting on the mat, you will find more difficulty to drag the mat. Why? Because the force with which the two surfaces are pressed together is harder in the second case. What are the two surfaces there? The surface of the mat and the surface on which the mat is kept. So in the second case, the force with which these two surfaces are pressed together is harder. That is why the friction is more there and you will find more difficulty to drag the mat when a person is sitting on the mat as compared to when no one is sitting on that mat. Okay? So what is the second factor that affects the friction? The second factor which affects the friction is force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. If the force with which the two surfaces are pressed together is harder, the friction will be more. And if it is not harder, the friction will be less. So did you understand what are the two factors which affect the friction? Tell me what are the two factors? Yes. the first factor which affect the friction is the smoothness of the two surfaces in contact. If the smoothness is more, the friction will be less, or if the roughness is more, the friction will also be more. And what is the second factor which I have discussed just now? Yes, the force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. If the force with which the two surfaces are pressed together is harder, then friction will also be more. So did you understand these two factors which affect the friction? Okay, very good. Now let us discuss some questions related to the topics which we have discussed today. So the first question which I am going to ask you is this. See here, the question is, what is contact force? So who is going to tell me what is contact force? Yes, very good. Contact force is the force that acts between two objects when they are physically touching each other. What is contact force? Tell me. Yes, it is a force. It is a force that acts between two objects when they are physically touching each other. Very good. So this is a contact force. Now another question which I am going to ask you is this one. See here, the question is, what is friction? Who is going to tell me? Yes, stand up and tell me what is friction. Yes, very good. It is a force which opposes the motion. So we can write force which opposes the motion. Force which opposes the motion is known as friction. Understood? Any problem here? Okay, very good. Now the next question which I am going to ask you is this one. See here, the question is, what is the direction of force of friction acting on a moving object? You have to tell the direction of force of friction acting on a moving object. Suppose this is the object. Okay, this is the object. It is placed on any surface. Then if the object is moving in this direction, this is the direction of the motion of the object. Then what is the direction of the force of friction acting on this object? Tell me. Yes, the direction will be the opposite. The direction of the force of friction acting on a moving object is opposite to the motion of the object. Always remember that. It is opposite to the direction of moving object. Understood? If the object is moving in this direction, this is the direction of the motion of the object, then the direction of the force of friction acting on a moving object will be the opposite. Understood? Any doubt here? Okay, very good. Now the next question which I am going to ask you is this one. See here, the question is, what is the cause of friction? Who is going to tell me? The cause of friction, I have already told you. Yes, very good. Irregularities between the two surfaces in contact is the cause of friction, because irregularities causes interlocking, and due to this friction occurs. Understood? What is the cause of friction? You can write it. Irregularities between the two surfaces in contact. This is the cause of friction. Understood? Now the next question is friction contact force? Tell me whether the friction is contact force or not. Yes, I have already told you friction is a contact force because it occurs only when two surfaces are in contact with each other. Until and unless two surfaces are not in contact with each other, friction will not occur at all. Always remember that friction is a contact force. So you can write yes, friction is a contact force. Any problem? Is there anyone who did not understood? Okay, so always remember that friction is a contact force. Now the next question which I am going to ask you is this one. What are the factors affecting friction? You have to tell me the factors that affect the friction. Yes, you stand up and tell me. Yes, very good. The factors, there are two factors which affect the friction. Tell me the first one. Yes, the first factor that affect the friction is smoothness of the two surfaces in contact. This is the first factor which affect the friction, smoothness of the two surfaces in contact. If the smoothness of the two surfaces in contact increases, friction decreases. But if the roughness increases, then friction also increases. For example, if you drive a car on the smooth road, you do not have to apply much force because the friction is less there. But if you drive the car on the rough road, you have to apply more force. Why? Because on the rough road, friction is more. Okay? So always remember that the first factor which affects the friction is smoothness of the two surfaces in contact. If smoothness is more, friction is less. Okay? Now tell me the second factor. Yes, stand up and tell me. Yes, the second factor is force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. What is the second factor? Force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. This is the second factor which affect the friction. Force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. If the force with which the two surfaces are pressed is harder, then the friction will be more. For example, if you drag a mat when no one is sitting, you will find easy to drag the mat. While if someone is sitting on the mat and you are asked to drag the mat, then you will find difficulty in dragging the mat. Why? Because in the second case, when someone is sitting on the mat, the force with which the two surfaces are pressed is harder. So the friction will be more. That is why you will find it more difficult to drag the mat when someone is sitting on the mat. Okay? So these are the two factors which affect the friction. The first one is smoothness of the two surfaces in contact, and the second one is force with which the two surfaces are pressed together. Anyone having any doubt? No one? Okay, very good. Now the next question which I am going to ask you is, give some examples of smooth and rough surfaces. You have to give me some examples of smooth and rough surfaces. Okay, do one thing. Give me 3 examples of smooth surfaces and give me 3 examples of rough surfaces, one by one. Yes, first of all, we will discuss some smooth surfaces. Smooth surfaces. Yes, you stand up and give me one example of a smooth surface. Yes, very good. Surface of mirror. Very good. Surface of mirror. Yes, this is a smooth surface. Now you stand up and give me another example of a smooth surface. Yes? Yes, very good. Surface of an oily pot. Very good. Surface of an oily pot. This is also a smooth surface. Now give me one more example of a smooth surface. Yes, you stand up. Yes, think and tell me one smooth surface. Yes, try. You can think and tell me. A smooth surface you have to tell. Yes, very good. Surface of wet soaps. Very good. This is also an example of a smooth surface. Very good. Keep it up. Sit down. Now another one. Now you have to tell me some examples of rough surfaces. 3 examples of rough surfaces. Rough surfaces. Yes, stand up and give me one example of rough surface. Yes, very good. Brick. You all know bricks. This is an example of rough surface. Very good. Now you stand up and give me one more example of rough surface. Yes, think. Yes, very good. Unpainted walls. Very good. This is also an example of rough surfaces. Unpainted walls. Very good. Now you stand up and give me one more example of rough surface. Yes, very good. Surface of a plywood. Surface of a plywood. Very good. This is also an example of rough surfaces. So these are some examples of smooth and rough surfaces. Very good. So what all topics we have discussed today? Yes, first of all we have discussed about friction. You all have understood what is friction? Force which opposes the motion. Okay, friction will always tries to stop the motion of the object. Okay, then we have discussed about that friction is a type of contact force. Friction will arise only when 2 surfaces are in contact with each other. Until or unless there is no contact between the 2 surfaces, then friction will not occur. Okay, then we have discussed about the cause of friction. What is the cause of friction? Yes, the irregularities between the 2 surfaces in contact. These irregularities causes interlocking, which is the cause of friction. And then finally we have discussed about the factors affecting friction. There are mainly 2 factors which affect the friction. First one is smoothness of the surfaces in contact, and the second factor which affect the friction is the force with which the 2 surfaces are pressed together. These are the 2 factors which affect the friction. So these are the topics which we have discussed today. I hope you all have understood all the topics very well. If anyone is having any doubt, can ask me. Yes? No one? Okay, very good. Now write down your home assignment. So there are 2 questions for your home assignment. The first question which you have to do is, which surface produce more friction, smooth or rough surface? This is your first question for your home assignment. Okay, you have to tell which surface produce more friction. And the second question for your home assignment is, if you push the book on the table, it stops after some time. Why? You have to give the reason. When we push the book on the table, it stops after some time. Why? What is the reason? Okay, so these are the 2 questions for your home assignment. Okay, all of you do it and submit to me tomorrow. Okay, so that's all in today's class. In the next class we will discuss the types of friction. Okay, thank you.